Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing partly cloudy conditions out there with some fairly mild temperatures to start the day today. We'll see a mild day ahead, and overall looking at a cool down moving through the middle of the week and then back to above average temperatures as we move towards the end of the week. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have a boundary to our north, expecting that to stay to our north before moving back southward as a cool front as we move into the latter part of tomorrow, bringing that midweek cool down, and then we'll see another disturbance moving into the area as we get into Wednesday evening, bringing a chance for some precipitation into the local area. But current conditions right now, just seeing a few low clouds around 800 feet along and just off the coast. Seeing a scattered deck at 25,000 feet. Winds light and variable, temperature 39 degrees, and our relative humidity is at 89%. Take a look at the current visible satellite. We can see mainly high clouds streaming through the area, and we can see that low cloud deck that's just along and just off the coast, expecting that to stay off the coast for much, if not all, of the working hours today, but we will have a chance of that lingering back into the local area as we go into the evening time frame. But overall, mainly mid and high clouds moving through the area. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model, should see dry conditions prevail today, not expecting any precipitation or lightning, and again expecting fairly mild temperatures for this time of year moving through the day today and continuing into the evening. We'll see our low temperature early in the evening, and we'll see a slight breeze picking up as we move through the overnight time frame. That's going to keep things on the mild side as we move into the start of the day on Tuesday. Tuesday will start off mild. We'll see some slightly breezy conditions possible on Tuesday, maybe at or just below our wind advisory criteria is the way it looks at this time. And then we'll see a dry boundary push through the area as we go into the second part of the day on Tuesday. Again, looking dry, not expecting any precipitation with that, just a shift in the winds, and we'll see some cooler air start to move into the area a bit more seasonable as this high pressure builds in to our north. It's going to set us up for a chilly day on Wednesday, and overall looking dry through at least the first part of the day on Wednesday, and then as we get into the later part of the day Wednesday, we'll have a area of low pressure tracking off to our north from the northwest, and that's going to lift that same boundary lifted back north as a warm boundary. And that's going to bring a chance for some precip into the local area. Right now it looks like most of that will hold off till the evening time on Wednesday, as you can see here, looking dry for the afternoon hour Wednesday afternoon, but we'll be keeping an eye on that, possibly seeing maybe some light precip moving in prior to the evening. But right now it looks like more of an evening and overnight event with that next rain event. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, expecting green conditions as we move through our working hours today. We'll see our high temperature up around 55 degrees with winds out of the southwest, 7 to 12 knots, and then we could see those shift more southerly as we get towards the later afternoon. That's going to bring in some cooler air off the water with temperatures falling into the upper 40s, and then our low temperature will be around 44 degrees early in the evening, and then we'll stay in the upper 40s as we move through the remainder of the overnight and early morning Tuesday time frame. We'll see mainly just those high clouds around today, possibly a few mid-level clouds, and as we get into the evening time frame, we pick up that yellow risk for some reduced ceilings, as we do have a chance of that low-level cloud deck off the coast working its way back inland over the local area. We'll see the breeze pick up as well as we move through the overnight time frame as that dry boundary, as that southwesterly wind starts to pick up, looking at around 10 to 15 knots at times, and then calming down as we get to the start of the day on Tuesday. Tides look to be normal at this time. And Tuesday we'll see partly cloudy conditions. Could see some mostly cloudy conditions at times, particularly during the first part of the day. We will see some slightly breezy and mild conditions, looking at an even milder day with a high of 58 degrees before temperatures start to cool off later on. We do have that yellow risk for those winds that are above 25 knots, with a chance of those winds picking up with that boundary moving into the area. Looking at Tuesday evening, we'll see partly cloudy, slightly breezy conditions lingering early on, but otherwise that cooler air starts to move in. We'll see a low around 29 degrees. Green conditions expected for our weather risk. And Wednesday, we'll see partly to mostly cloudy conditions with clouds increasing with that boundary lifting northward. And we'll see a slight chance of rain as we move into the evening. But again, just a yellow precip chance at this time. Looking at a cooler day with a high around 40 degrees. And again, expecting much of that rain activity, possibly some wintry mixing in early on, but that should hold off till we get into the evening time frame there. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.